Hello, this is J9LP. Last time, Lunar Nights, we entered the entire point of this project. Vambery Tower, the laboratory in which Polidori is revived a whole bunch of monsters and is borrowing a body so that he can work on a new one. And yes, we are up to stop him. Unfortunately, he's in the very top floor and we have to beat monsters because there are a whole bunch of them, including these horrible skeleton type things, and these are all lizard dudes who are best tackled with boy firebug type thing. Oh, and luckily it's turned night, and you can, at this point, actually energy from the dark and use these bollards to cover. So I'm just going to try and barrel through these first. Yeah, just shouldn't be too much of a problem. Because the monsters here are very weak and go down in one hit usually. God damn, I didn't know I could do that. That was pretty damn close. Anyways, so as you could tell from the last video, each of these floors in the tower consist of traps where you'll just be defeating monsters pretty much most of the time, and since you've defeated them all, you get your boat type teleportation unit type thing and are allowed to advance to the next floor. And with each floor you get to do pretty much a different task, and you are able to utilize both air and ammunition. So, for instance, here you're fighting mines and gun placement, cannons, and goodness knows what else. So you need to use Aaron's ability to shoot anywhere else. Good. 2 seconds, please. Sorry about that one. Had to do dinner. Get away there. Anyways, so let me finish off this room with Darren. Like I said, there's a variety of rooms that you can essentially tackle each of these rooms. There won't necessarily be like this all the time. At some points you'll have to sort of go between Lucian and Aaron to succeed, or be pretty much a very recommended strategy. Anyways, this floor here, however, is kind of different, because this one you have to open chests, and you need to open all the treasure chests. However, some cases normally you just open a chest like that and just put a bit of dust in it. No problem at all whatsoever. However, as you can see, some of these chests aren't real. Yeah, they are mimics, and those will take a fair chunk of your life or your health out, and they are a little bit annoying. This strategy to tackle those, well, essentially, anytime you come up to a chest, just twap it. If it's a mimic, it will do that. If it's not a mimic, however, you just flap over it like a normal chest. Anyways, that mimic actually essentially completes my bestiary. So that's the last enemy in the game that I have to get, and so my bestiary is pretty much complete. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, we'll just opening chests, slagging on. Anyways, like I said, you can't lock onto them, so trying to lock onto them is actually no good at all. But it's pretty good to just up over it and in this instance it helps because only one hit kill. Anyways, that's done that. Crabs, chests. Yeah, like I said, you can't lock onto those. And that's all the chests! Which means that this one, pretty much both of those are mimics. Don't have to tackle them. I suppose it helps to get some cash. And of course they drop them gold bullions, of course, why wouldn't they? They're chests for Pete's sakes. Anyways, let's go further up in this huge sandstorm that came out of nowhere, my gosh. Now, right, unfortunately the sandstorms, well, actually it's not going to cause much of a problem here, only visibility. This one is kind of special, as you can tell, you can fall off the edge. And what's going to push you over the edge? Well, if I get air now, I'm trying not to use toasty for this one because there are pork guns up there, and you can't see them at the moment. Well, I'll do that and show you them. Try not to fall off the edge, and you can take care of those with the witch. That's no problem at all. The little splurge you heard there is actually a bunch of purple slimes, and probably a good idea to try and take care of those ones first too, because going across here will trigger all these guys, and they're more than enough to knock you off. So you gotta be very careful there. So this is like I was talking about, this stage especially. It's good to switch between and Lucian to pretty much tackle all these stages and the floor. Good. Or something else you can do, that's kind of good too, is you can equip that, I've forgotten what it is now, but you can essentially equip the amulet that will actually protect you from getting confusion, because that's the thing, you don't want to get confused on somewhere where you can easily fall off. It's not done for you at all, so don't want to do that. And I think that's the last one. Yeah, that is all you do now, just trigger these guys, tackle them, and that is that. So now we go to the 6th floor. By the way, if any of you guys are wondering, yeah, that's a clue, that wing vein up there. That's very much a clue as to what might happen later on. Anyway, so to the 6th floor. This one is actually, if I could remember correctly, actually no, it isn't. This one's outside as well, and is also, you have to tackle Warns, and yeah, they can push you off as well. So, to your advantage, you can't fall off the edge here, so you're pretty much okay. Just as long as you have these corners, and as long as you're able to tackle these Warns, which are no problem at all at this point because they essentially go down in one hit. Very horrible spiders. The spiders are obviously the problematic thing here, because they still lay those horrible invisible webs, which are invisible at least at this point, and trying to shake free of them while you're fighting Rawns could potentially knock you off the edge, and they have a fairly decent knockback. Oh, that's a bit dodgy. Don't be running too much. That Okay, I think there's one over here, and that is it. So, you can't, for some reason you couldn't see it there, but yeah, it's over here. Always going back to the start of the stage, for the most part anyway. Okay, this floor is kind of unique in that it is actually indoors, and you're sort of going through maze type thing. It's not really a maze, but you'll see what's special about this. Apart from you having to tackle them hot dogs, you also have to fight bats, and also, if I actually get away, yeah, you have to tackle these very much invisible wraiths, they're called, and that's pretty much the reason why they're indoors, why I'm not using Ezra. Yes, I did. I think that's probably why I switched to Ezra. Sorry, so get up. Stop licking this stuff! Ugh. Yeah. So, I mean, there's obviously a way of really screwing this up. Like, get off! Get off! I'm licking this yeah, man! There you are. Anyways, another way to actually tackle them, of course, if you use Nero light, then they'll become dark and you can see them easier. And that one's got me banana! Need that my banana. I can't seem to pick up any more, so much stuff here. Oh. Right, unfortunately, there's a reason why I switched to the arid desert climate, and it was to deal with this meat here. Fortunately, I can't use it now, but if you hold on to meat in arid desert climate, and if it's hot enough, unfortunately it seemed like it was hot enough here, it will actually turn into dried meat, and that won't go off. Let's check if there's any more for any more. I think there might be another bat somewhere around here. Yeah. Oh, no, it's that guy there. I forgot all about this corner. Okay, and off. Get off! You little God, I hate bats. I really, really do. Anyways, so that's on that floor 7. Okay, so off we go to floor 8, and this is another one of these rooms where you're having to use both Aaron and Lucian, and the best way to tackle it, I find, is to get Aaron out, and you got these pork gum mark 2s, I think they're called, move about the place like crazy, and it's best to tackle all those first for each of these corners. So use Aaron to do that for your advantage, and you can use Lucian to essentially tackle each of these corners. As you can tell, each of them have a couple of skilligons and a couple of orcs, or at least the corners, the adjacent corners of the opposite corners, really, from the top like that, and do have each of those creatures on them. On the corners next to those, adjacent to those rather, you will get the usual kind of all this box type things, or rather ghouls in this case, and you can tackle them with whatever elements you have. Of course, not too much here, pretty much level up, and like I said, they're all kind of level on a weak level compared to me. And if you notice, for each floor, the monsters essentially gain a level. So on the 9th floor, which is kind of a very linear floor. Something like these areas take the air down. And then for each of these spots here, you have to attack all these orcs, which is a bit problematic. Yeah, so that's outdoors. You can pretty much tell if it's outdoors or not because of the colours of the floor, whether it's dark or light, or night or day, should I say. This is probably another good place to actually do that sort of shield paranoid trick that Kira may have sort of showed before, so I think I want to do that. Anyway, so yeah, there's a fair bit of variety in this floor. Obviously you've got these stone golems to take care of. You can actually use to your advantage the whistle to kind of knock them into each other at some point. But it's kind of there. Yeah, so yeah, as you can tell on that, they're all up and running, leaving things on the table, but that wouldn't be right, to be honest. Cool, I'm absolutely shocked. I really am. You know what? Go on, just hit me one, I don't care. I'm absolutely way too full at the moment. Anyways. Anyway, so that is essentially it. And there's one more on that here, and one more pork at the end. That is it! Don't forget to sort of allow space for the explosion so it doesn't hit you. Anyways, and that is floor 9, and now we hit floor 10. This floor is kind of special as well. This is pretty much another kind of single corridor. Let me get this here out quickly. And essentially strike these guys quickly as you can. Particular reason why. For starters, you don't want to be hit by. Sorry about that. You don't want to be hit by these things that will make you dizzy when they actually hit you. And also, as you go into here, there's something very heavy coming towards you, and you don't want to be there when they actually arrive, because if you recognise that noise when you got to, I think it was one of the dark towers, it was a huge spiked ball that would drop on you from on the high and could take a huge chunk of your energy. Anyways, I am going to prepare myself because there's one more place that we need to go. What is this place? It's a mystery. Well, actually, as we arrive here, we will find that we are in the Curiosity again. And we're fighting the Pork Brigade. Oh my gosh! There's so many of these people, what am I going to do? Oh, I could just fight them like that. Not a problem, sir. Yeah, so it's a boring fight again. So it just kind of starts from the easy. Oh god, he's going again. Yawn! You can all die, he says. You're all chicken useless. Yes, you too. Why are you still alive? Who said you could live? Oh god, these guys. Now, you can actually get these guys to hit each other. Which does make the fight a little bit easier, but you can also make it a little bit more fun because you can actually get them to hit each other, whoops, and actually have them tackle. Come on guys! Yes, you're not doing much damage to each other, are you? Yeah, so you can get them to actually hit each other and also hit the little figures. Fortunately, you don't get much experience from that, so not the best thing to do. It's only for fun. Anyways, now we've reached. It's
you. Don't tell me you're here to use the towers.
Pero! Wait, you must have been the one in the shooting earlier. You saved our lives.
What?
And this is actually what I thought. I was like, pardon? When did this happen? Well, actually it did. For starters, okay, here's a clip from the end.
I never thought he'd be the one to help me. But he's still my prey. That hasn't changed.
Yep, the he, who's actually, Lucian is actually referring to, is actually Pharaoh. And that confused me a bit, until I remembered, oh yeah, of course, the whole gender-bending confusion type thing that I had going on with this guy, or gal, rather. Although, that said, it's not really confirmed whether it is a guy or a gal, or whether Pharaoh is actually a boy's name, because it's voiced by a gal. It's the same sort of thing with Ursula, really. Anyways, let's carry on with this. Thanks, Pero! We would have been finished without you!
I knew...
Oops, sorry, that was...
I should have known you fools wouldn't have thought of it.
Well, Pero. You're looking for someone too.
Someone?
Polidori. Seems he's used his tower as his ticket to resurrecting himself.
Polidori? But he was annihilated!
And then he showed up again, right in front of us, too.
This tower is made up of several smaller towers, each with a set number of floors. You need to make it to the top of each tower before you can move on to the next. If he's a rally here, I'd imagine he'll be in the final tower on the topmost floor. This is serious! I can afford to waste any time with you two.
Dark teleport.
His dog teleported away. He's absolutely right, too. I see. So this is merely the peak of the first tower, then. So Pero's after Polidori as well? In that case, we better get moving to the next tower. You said it. It's time for the hunt to begin anew. And yes, this is the start of another new adventure on the Vambery Tower. This is why this is a separate project. And this is also why I've pretty much got no space for anything called. I think I'm going to have to chuck away all the rest of this. Anyways, so yeah, this is why this is a separate project, because as Polidori has said, those are the first 10 floors, and after you've gone through one of the set of the 10 floors, you can get a prize. One consisting of a junk pot, this one being meteorite, another consisting of whatever is in the green chest, in this case, a new accessory. This accessory is kind of interesting. You know those blue boots, training boots that you can that can actually give you a heck of a lot of cash, but at the expense of getting absolutely no experience whatsoever. Well, these are the complete opposite of those. So if you want to level up really quickly, not really worried about spending much, yeah, you can essentially put those on. I wonder how much those cost, since the other one cost like 9,999 so on. Anyway, so yeah, for each floor you've completed, you need to go into one of those, and they'll only open when you've actually completed that tower. Anyways, alright, let's head back. Let's use this boat tie teleportation unit. And we're actually on the ground floor, and remember I said this room had nothing in it? Well, it has something in it now. This is a, not necessarily a hint pad, but if you touch this pad, you are able to go on to the first floor, or first tower, or you can start on the first floor of the next tower. So I wonder what that's like. Well, you may find out in the next video, folks.